but I would like to know if you have a favorite character in the whole game.
Yes, I've been waiting to talk about it. Thought about it quite a bit. Way different characters, and ended up with Nick Gottlieb, the station medic. And here's a little bit about Nick Gottlieb. Nick Gottlieb is very much based on a real person. His name is not Nick Gottlieb. I have no idea what his actual name is, but basically. This actually relates to the writing process in general as well. When we started playing tabletop, Thorson and McLean, there's this game around Thorson and McLean. We also, that was because with the house Luix inherited, there came a bunch of old black and white photos. And kind of not even fully realizing what we're doing, I guess, we started using photos as blueprints for characters. And of course, obviously, all real people, all deceased by now, black and white photos after all. And one of them is a picture of. It's very close to the portrait of this man with the monk's hair, glasses, and this strange smile. And this is a friend of Luix's father, or an acquaintance, or a drinking buddy. And this one characteristic about him is that if you had to describe him in a sentence, you would say one horrible cunt, like absolute horrible fucking human being. But also this kind of a legend of that drinking circle back in the day. And a story from real life is. There's a party, some kind of a gathering. Luix's dad is in it, and this guy, he's a doctor. He's an actual doctor. And somebody in this party complains about stomachache, and Nix, let's call him Nix, touches his stomach and diagnoses him with what the fuck is it called, appendix. And then he literally takes him into the bedroom and he operates him. He cuts out the appendix, and it turns out it's close to the point where it's gonna explode. So very good that he intervened in the last moment. And 2 days later, this person who he operated with a scalpel in his bedroom, and Nix ran into the street. The guy now having had a doctor's checkup or something. Thanks, Nix. You really did me a solid one. And turns out Nix was so drunk he has no memory of that. And when he's told of that, he understands they're not pulling a prank on him. He, of course, all color drains out of his face like because what are the chances that dice roll in a way that you don't actually kill the person in the bedroom by accident?
Amazing.
And also like this combination of this smirk, this how do you even say this? What is the
like
word?
A sneer.
The sneer, yeah, and this love for the glass candy. This, the glass candy that destroys your teeth. That's basically sugar. Like there was just so much about this real person that this is one of these cases where it was not an adaptation. It was we lifted him. We just lifted him, put him into the game. Olga Moskvina wrote the character, but Nick Gottlieb was also part of the tabletop campaigns. This is where we started to fall in love with him. And from the character's perspective, he was the station medic that's so unpleasant that you would rather walk off a gunshot wound than go to the Nix's Lazarev.
It's funny. I could be wrong. I'm sure that story you just told is in the Esprit de Corps check.
Yeah.
It was included, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, Nix is amazing, and I didn't discover him until very late. And I think a lot of people miss him because you have to. Again, this is one of the things that a lot of people don't do is talk to Kim separate from everything else. Yeah. And it's only when you talk to Kim, I think you say something like, "I'm not feeling great," and you keep going on about. When Harry gets all doom mongering, like, "Oh, I don't want to be a police officer. I feel like shit," and he said, Kim says, "Well, why don't you just ring the station doctor?" And I didn't do that
Mhm.
until I started doing the channel. And I was like, wow, this doctor's just, as you describe, a horrible cunt. Like, even
Yes.
when I think like he's so dismissive. He's like, look, you got humped and dumped, and your problems are not my concern. Like, get over it. Yeah,
I mean,
very.
Olga did incredible job getting across this kind of like I know from my drinking days this kind of despair. You have a hangover, you already feel this frail and shaky, and then kind of it takes a little bit of it's not easy to admit this.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, and you finally you kind of expect some empathy or at least this kind of indifference, but to be hit with this stop whining, like
yeah,
stop wasting my time. It's such a good writing.
yeah. Great pick.